What up, duelist? Welcome to another episode of FuBeLa. We're gonna have an audience challenge at the very end. We're gonna play some truth or dare. We got random trivia to answer. I'm also gonna be talking about today's food holiday. We are going to react to some crazy news stories that happened. Some are very popular, some are very odd. We are gonna kick things off with an Ask Me Anything. That's right, an AMA. Our question is from Hop Off It, and they say, where the f is Mario Judah? Apparently, Mario Judah has been off the internet for 3+ months. If somebody don't tweet or post or go live in 3+ months, they're deceased. They're donezo. A lot of fans are hopeful that Mario just went down the wrong pipe. You know, hopefully he just got soft locked. Well, if it wasn't apparent, I don't know who the heck Mario Judah is, okay? I'm older than Google, believe it or not. There's some real grays up here. I'm not zooming, I'm straight booming. Joe Rogan Experience, Joe Rogan podcast. He was talking to Mark Zuckerberg for 3 hours. Sheesh! It turns out that they have a lot in common. They both love mixed martial arts, consuming copious amounts of meat, and providing medical misinformation. The McAllen Church in Texas apologizes for their illegal production of Hamilton. They did not get permission to perform Hamilton, especially change the musical so that way it would have an anti-gay message. Par for the course on a church, right? You know, they stole a story someone else wrote and then told everyone to believe their interpretation, you know? That kind of sounds like their MO to me. I do have to give the church credit. This is kind of a sneaky move, you know? To make a musical that's anti-gay, I mean, that's really trying to hit the people that they hate where it hurts, where they'll listen. You know what I mean? That'd be like if the UFC had a fight and the dudes were just hugging and rolling around together the whole time. Their anti-gay rendition of Hamilton has been shut down, but don't worry. The congregation's tithings are at work, and they are going to be putting on a new production since they can't do Hamilton anymore and they have this beautiful stage. So next up for their theater company is to create an anti-Muslim rendition of Aladdin. So that'll be fun to check out. I'm sure no one will have a problem with that at all. Meteorologists were fired from their positions in Hungary because they did not predict how much rain there was going to be, and it actually ruined a massive fireworks jubilee. Honestly, kind of impressive because the whole position of a weather person has a pretty big leniency for getting stuff wrong. So like, this is a massive blunder. For a weather person to lose their job by not predicting the weather, you're really off from the truth. You know what I mean? That'd be like if the cashier came back after you were done ordering and handed you like a pair of boots, and you're like, I ordered a Big Mac. Like, where did they even come from? What's happening here, right? I think it's kind of Hungary's fault for listening to weather people as opposed to using technology. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's like the kid that has a house party while his parents are on vacation, and he's surprised that some of his jabroni friends broke stuff at the party. I mean, come on, what do you think was gonna happen, dude? Humans make mistakes. Use robots, that's the way to go. New wind turbines can actually be recycled and turned into gummy bears. There's a new composite resin that's being created for the blades that can be broken down into sweet treats. It sounds like a great idea, but at the end of the day, the thing you're eating is still candy. It's still a sweet treat, you know? So it's kind of like opting for soup instead of fast food, but the soup you ordered is broccoli cheese in a bread bowl. It's like, come on, man. Like, you really any that healthier? I don't know. You know, once this resin drops and these blades turn into gummy bears, there's gonna be people on Facebook and TikTok telling you that they're the best tasting gummy bears because they're more aerated from being a previous wind turbine, you know? And these are also the kind of guys that are gonna convince you that you should never get a blowjob because, you know, your penis might pop from all the air. You know what I mean? Like real scientists on social media. Pilots missed their landing because they fell asleep at the wheel. Yeah, there was a flight from Sudan to Ethiopia and the 2 pilots fell asleep and missed the runway, the airport, the whole situation. Now, I kind of wish I was on the plane, even though it's scary as hell to realize that this happened. I just love to be there when the captain got on the intercom after waking up, you know, to be like, attention passengers, this is your captain speaking. What time is it? I do want to know also how this went down, but you know, the co-pilot's like, hey, can I doze off? But they weren't listening like well enough, and the main pilot's like, yeah, you can fall asleep. I'm fine to drive. At the Cleveland State University, a student won their case where it was considered unconstitutional and illegal for the college to search their dorm rooms, considered an unlawful and unreasonable search and seizure. Basically, they were taking an online test in Zoom, and they made the student take their webcam around the room and show them the whole dorm that they lived in to make sure they like weren't cheating or something. I love how like schools are just so hell-bent on like preventing people from looking up the answers, as if that's not like how the real world works. Like once you have a job, like they operate in this world where it's like, well, there's no way accountants use calculators. Like you need to take this math test with your head. It's like, come on, man. Today's national food holiday is National Coffee Ice Cream Day. That's right, that's today's national food holiday. And for those that are curious, 1 cup of this ice cream actually equals 1 shot of espresso's worth of caffeine. That doesn't even count like the sugar that's attached because it's still ice cream. So eating a whole pint of this is definitely equal to dealing with your feelings with cocaine. You know, like you're no longer eating your feelings, you'd be like basically snorting your feelings, even though you got the whole pint in your hand and you watching Netflix and something like that. You're sitting there be like, dude, like, I don't even know, like, she didn't text me back, does she like me? All right, gang, that's it for the news and the holidays. So it is time to move on to our random piece of trivia. Who was the Roman equivalent of the Greek goddess Hebe? Hebe. I don't even know how to pronounce this. I really have no idea. I know I just did a trivia question the other day, Greek gods to Roman gods, and they were all planets, and the one that wasn't in there was Saturn. So maybe Hebe is Saturn. That's where my noodle's at. Let's see if I was right. Jovantus. Let me get the Truth or Dare app situated here. All right, here we go. We're gonna be playing with this Truth or Dare app. We'll play classic mode so we keep it all clean and cool. We don't want to play the 18+ version, definitely not on twitch.tv. How is this in classic mode? I just said we were gonna do something that was like PG. What the heck? Give a concert with your air guitar. Wait, there is more. We are going to be doing the audience challenge right now. Also, you can find out stuff about the behind the scenes on how I made this. Check out the blog post. So be sure to go to the website to check that out. All right, chat, we are spinning the wheel to see what your challenge is going to be. What is it that you're gonna have to do? Oh, that's right. Click that like button and, if you will, subscribe. Oh shit. All right. Well, here's the original news article that I like grabbed my intel from. So y'all can, I of course didn't read the whole article. Who reads?